Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Joanna. I'm back with another video. Go ahead on and like and share, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done it already. And tell a friend. I tell stories, I give information, and some stories are unbelievably real, true stories that has happened to me. And I also share other stories of other people that tell me, DM me, and tell me their stories. So that's what I do, and that is who I am. I wanted to just, how we talking about maintenance. The other day I shared with you, I think I was at my car, get my car done. And we not only have to do maintenance with ourselves, with our equipment and our homes and stuff like that, also our health. We cannot forget to do maintenance with our health. In the past 2 weeks, me personally, I have had encounters with real close family members and health issues. I don't know if shared with you, but I was diagnosed with lupus in the 90s. And that is no joke. That is nothing to play with, that lupus. It can be not misdiagnosed, and it can go undiagnosed if you're not on top of your health and if your own body. And far as I'm concerned, I not only pay attention to me, I pay attention to my family. My grands, my daughter, my sons. I look at them also. I look for signs, anything, and have them to go, and see about themselves. I was out today to go get my yearly mammogram. Well, it had kind of passed and it was going on time, so I knew I had to go to get it done. And it was kind of funny going into the hospital because I couldn't go into the imaging center like we usually do. I had to go all the way around to the front of the hospital and go into a tunnel. That's the first time I've been in the hospital since COVID. Yeah, the last time I was in the hospital was before COVID hit. COVID had hit, come to think of it, because that was February. That was like the 1st of February. I believe it was like right after Valentine's Day. I had the worst panic attack. If anybody know what panic attacks are, honey, some of them you think that really you're getting ready to say bye-bye. That's how bad panic attacks. If anybody know what anxiety and panic attacks, they are real. And I suffer with that. That's not all you suffer with when you have lupus or immune deficiency disease. A panic attacks, heart and all that is all mixed in there with it. I remember one time I had a panic attack so bad by me living alone. I went downstairs, opened up the door, sat on the stairs, and waited to die. I'm honest. I thought that was it. I didn't care how I tried to breathe, because they teach you how to breathe and all that stuff. I could not get hold to myself. Yeah. And so I say, I don't want to be in this house. Matter of fact, I called my girlfriend and had her on the phone, and she heard all of this going on. Yeah. She, and then when it got to the point where I couldn't talk to her because I wanted to save my breath. Well, I think I deceived her. I wouldn't tell her what was going on, but I wanted her on the phone, but I didn't want to get her upset. But right away she said, "What's going on? What's happening? What's wrong with you?" Yeah, she picked it up right away, and I didn't tell her what. I just kept her on the phone, and she could hear everything. I went downstairs and opened the door. That was one of the worst times. Um, and then the last time when I went into the hospital, when I say that I know that they knew COVID was here, was when I went into okay, I say the panic attack. You know when they start. You could tell when they start. You feel like anxiety, like you're gonna faint, or you're gonna maybe pass out. You can't get enough breath. Then if you lie down, you get real nervous. I don't care if you lie down or stand up. It just, you try to get it to go away and it won't go away. Your blood pressure shoot up to sometimes 200 over 100 and something. It's just a horrible thing to have anxiety. It's no joke. And so it was so bad. I jumped in, I went downstairs, got in my car, and I said, well, suppose I die on the highway and kill up with a lot of people. That's just how it have you thinking. You try to calm down, but all you can think of the way your heart be racing like in your throat, cutting you can't swallow. It's awful. I'm telling you, it's no joke. And you tremble, you start trembling, and you be looking around. Your anxiety level be out of the roof, and so I reached it down and I cut on my emergency flashers to at least let the people know there's something going on in this car. But at the same time, I was driving. Yeah. And I drove right to the hospital. And in the emergency, I went to the emergency room and drove up in the emergency where the ambulance come, because I didn't think that I was going to make it, and if that would be the best place to go, right at the hospital. And I went in, and well, what I did notice, I knew nothing about COVID. I had not heard anything about China. Like I told you, I don't watch TV, and I don't look at the news and stuff like. So I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what was going on in the world or nothing like that. But what I noticed was when I went in the emergency room, the hospital itself looked different. All of that was all blocked off, and like construction was going on in it. And then they was hurrying me over to like a waiting room on the other side or something. And I was trying to tell them, I don't think I can wait on no doctor. I want to let them know that this is an emergency. So I think they gave me a thing to fill out. I can't quite remember, but I gave them my name and everything written down. And I just had my wallet. You know what I think I had? I think I had like my military ID and my ID. That's all I had. That's all I walked out with, and my keys. And then I sat down, and if you know anything about anxiety, whoever looking at me, go ahead on and like the video. Thumbs up. Just press, if you're looking this far, go ahead on and press the like button. Yeah, I found out that means something. If you just like it, say that you like it. But anyway, I sat down. All of a sudden, you guys, I thought the curtain was going to close on me. I couldn't hardly breathe. And just so happened, they had it set up, the nurses, they had the place set up where you go in and get your blood pressure checked. They even had a place with a bed in the back over there with a curtain, and they had it set up, but it was strange. Yeah, everything was strange. I still didn't know about COVID. So anyway, um, the man, the nurse, he was watching me, and he sent a nurse over there to ask me, was I feeling okay? And I looked at her, and I say, no. I say, I don't know what's wrong with me. And so she just looked at me, and she looked at him. And then when she looked at him, he told me to come on up. And when they took my blood pressure was so high, I almost had a stroke right there. Because I don't know if anybody ever heard of Bell palsy, but I have that. Honey, let me tell you, when you have lupus, you have some everything. And so, therefore, well, anyway, let me get back to the story. So they put me up on a table. I started throwing up profusely. Then they had a can right there. And then my blood pressure was going up higher and higher. And before I knew it, the bed I was in, they done took that bed and they had me going on round and round and round in there. And I think he told me to chew. It was like 4 baby aspirins, I guess. I didn't take any of my heart medicine. I didn't take nitro. I didn't do any of that. I just got the heck up out of Dodge and went to the hospital. All I know, they was telling me to chew, 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 swallow, swallow, chew. And I did what they said, and they were saying, like stay awake and I told them all the information is in my phone. I mean, you really think that you get ready to, when you have a real bad one, that's it. And I told them all the information is in my phone. And I didn't want to talk anymore. And they took me back and they got me stable. And they told me that I couldn't drive myself home. And I made up a lie. I ain't gonna say no story. I lied and told them that my girlfriend, did she come get me? No, she didn't. I lied. And I told them, I hope my doctors ain't looking at this, but I you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to bother anyone, and so what I did was I drove myself. I told them she was on the way, and then I say, oh, I can go home now, and I went home. Yeah. So I don't have them. I found out, honey, if anybody is dealing with or having trouble with anxiety, here's the deal. You cannot you cannot be involved in everybody's business, your children, or what your family. Honey, when you're dealing with anxiety like that and Bell palsy, When my son died, I was under so much stress and then having to deal with family. Doing the death, burying a son. That was bad enough. And then fighting, you know. My whole face went, I was just, about to shut down, And when I buried my son, I got into one of the worst fights that you can imagine. And far as I go back and I think, like when they say, what happened when you did this on my job, on the phone, So when you see and even a trigger that might cause you to go into actually you have to have an anxiety attack, stay away, find some kind of way to deal with that situation. Because I know as much as you might love your children or your sisters or brothers or mamas and daddy, whomever, the job, the boss, whatever causes that trigger for you to snap into anxiety attack that can cause your blood pressure to rise that high, you will one day you may not come back. That's what I'm saying. So you're going to have to learn how to get away from foolishness, and you got to take care of yourself. Who's going to take care of you better than you? Don't you love you? Go ahead on and like this video. Tell a friend, somebody that you know that's going through a lot with their family members or whatever, and it's about to kill them. Tell them to watch this video. Honey, it's going to be all right. I'm telling you. Now, the last panic attack I had, it was due to some mess happened. And I can tell you, it was right before Christmas. Something happened that almost, instead of my blood pressure going up, I almost died. Yeah, that's how it sent me into a whirlwind. Don't let your children, your brothers, nobody. There's nothing in the world you should let take you out of here like that. That you have control over. Yeah. When you start letting, I don't care what it is. Do you hear what I say? Do not let me tell you, if you know that God has blessed you and have favored you because of maybe you have a testimony and you made it over, do you think Satan done with you? No, honey. No, that's when he'll bring out the big guns. And most of the time, the tactics, somebody close to you, your husband, your children, you're like that. Somebody that can walk into your door or slide under the door and you don't even recognize because they're so close to you. And then they're unaware that they're being used by the enemy to take this person out. They don't really know, because I'm quite sure that if a person knew that they was putting their parent or whoever it is under so much stress that it will actually could kill them, I just don't believe, unless that person have hatred and it's a deliberate act. You don't want to think bad of anybody like that. The deliberate that you even birthed someone like that, or even share the same bloodline with somebody that will actually deliberately come at you. to take you out for whatever reason, For what, for whatever reason. Or halt or whatever they holding in them. If they know that that might cause that person harm, that's a deliberate act. And I don't know anybody that's on earth now that if I knew that they had a heart condition or deal with anxiety, high blood pressure, or disease, or was elderly, would I afflict anything bodily harm on them by my mouth? The words of my mouth like that can kill. No way would I take part of that. Go ahead on and like and share and tell a friend. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Because I try to keep it real. I do keep it real. I do keep it real. As real as I can get on the YouTube channel. I don't know nobody gonna tell all their business. You know what I'm saying? But I try to keep it as real as possible. And if you're doing anything like that, stop it. I'm serious. Stop it. Because that could cause death. And then, then just say if you're not in a situation where no one is causing these, you got to watch your diet. Or then you got to watch, like, what was I doing when this happened? It might be the way you sleeping. Were you laying flat? Maybe I can't lay flat. What did you eat? Did you eat right before you went to bed? You know what I'm saying? Did you wake up after watching a horror movie or something? So you try, that's what a person with anxiety, they usually do is analyze why they're going through. They analyze it like, what brought this on? What was I doing? That's if you don't really know. But if you know what caused it, then you already know what caused it. Because you go like, why did I answer that phone? Or why did I let that person take me there when I know that they take me there? Like that. So you already know where that comes from. But if it's coming out of left field when you wasn't doing anything and all of a sudden you wake up out of the bed in a panic attack, maybe you heard something on TV. Maybe you need to stop leaving your TV on. Some people like me like to leave the TV on at night. I do it just for company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to have something like going in the house, going on in the house. Wow. I don't know, it makes me feel like I have company in my house. That's the simplest way to put it. It's just like you have company when you have TV. One time I used to have the one in the living room and one in the bed and a radio playing in the bed. Yeah, I had everything like some noises because I didn't like the feel. I had to get used to being alone. And then I noticed that was after my son's death that I didn't want to be. I was alone, and I've been alone for a while. Even when I was married, I was alone because we wasn't on the same page. That's like alone. But he was in the house with me. So, that was not really being, you had a physical body in the house with you. Whether it was you wanted it or not, at least you had somebody in there walking and talking and breathing. Not like when I would say, I'm all alone. And no, you're not. God is with you. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. I'm talking about breathing a physical blood running warm in the vein, walking around and can touch and pick up stuff like that. Sometimes you can't even talk to people because you don't want to hear what's coming out of their mouth. You want to talk sense. Like, I had a panic attack, blah, 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 blah. They go off to the left. They go straight biblical. You know, sometimes a Christian is the worst person to talk to when you are ailing or something like that. Because they don't talk to you, um, you know, you can't share things with, it ain't everybody you can talk to. They'll tell you in a minute, go pray. They don't want to hear that. So that's why you need to have like a prayer partner, somebody that you can talk to that won't do that. And that somebody got sense and know that you are still like this. Long as you breathing, you know, you walking on this earth, you breathing oxygen like that, you're not in the spirit. You won't have a spirit until you die and go be with the Lord, and then you be like in the spirit world. But long as you walking and talking and breathing, you're going to come against all kinds of principalities and all kind of diseases. All that, long as you're alive on this earth, you're going to be faced with life, whatever life have to throw at you, my golly, it will be thrown at you. Let me tell you, a rich man, born in wealth, with a silver spoon, gold spoon, whatever in their mouth, they cannot escape life or health or whatever. Now, and then that's why I say, let me tell you people, watch your children. Don't just have your children out there playing and stuff like that and running around like that, especially when people need organs. You don't think that dirt go on? Let's not be naive. Let's not be naive. Rich, filthy rich people with money, if that person, if it's a bunch of crooks, they can buy anything but God. Yeah, if they dealing with those kind of people, they can buy a heart, a liver, a kidney. Yeah, they can. I am not naive to do that, to think. I will watch my grandchildren. You know, I don't, look, I put my trust in God. You hear me? I am not so naive to think. Doctors, man, let me tell you, I hear more stuff about them. They are drug addicts. Some of them are. If you have to trust in God, that's who you put your trust in. And don't be so naive, you put your whole life in it without doing research. Even when they give you something, you don't read up on it or something like that, just trusting like, man. Well, anyway, I just want you to know, and I want you to get your maintenance if you have not done it. If you've done it for your car and done it for your house, some of you already done spring clean. I wish you could come to Anchorage and spring clean my house. I'm telling you. As you know, I had got it painted. That was during Christmas, before Christmas. I think it was like right after Thanksgiving, the first 2 weeks before Christmas. Yeah, had the whole house painted. Remember, I showed you the video. My son did that for me, and I got rid of all the furniture and all the pictures out. I took everything down. Now I'm stuck because I don't feel like hanging a picture. I don't feel like going shopping for furniture. You know, like then now you kind of want a granddaughter to be here, or your daughter, or someone close to you that, you know, could come and help you do something like that. Yeah, it gets lonely. It gets lonely, and you figure, you know, when you get when you're growing, you have kids. You say, oh, I can't wait to have grandkids or whatever, and things ain't like it used to be. But anyway, people, I want you to take care of yourself, take care of your health. Um, Life is short, shorter than what we think. Yeah, your life ain't but a minute to God, honey. Please, let's try to drink a lot of water. Start walking. The sun, the ice is melting here, and I started to do a video outside today, but you know, I just had to come and tell you because there was a lot of things pressing me, coming from the left and coming from the right with my own family, you know. Yeah, so go ahead on and like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I noticed that I have a lot of people that view my YouTube. They stop by and they view it. Let me know if you like it. Just let me know that you stopped by. That's all it is. And then I found out, I'm still finding out that people my age don't even know how to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you are young and your grandmama is my age and you know we grew up in the same town, or you know that we go to the same church, look like to me you could show them how to subscribe to a channel. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's the way the ball bounce. That's what kind of a world we living in. People, you get ready. If you, like, I got a birthday coming up. I sure do. I have a birthday coming up in a couple of more days or something, whatever. What is the day? A week or so. And I had my grandson to call me about 2 weeks ago. Before he said, "Hello, Grandma, how you doing?" He said, "My birthday coming up in June." What you gonna get? You know, that is we need to work with our children. And my response was, "And why are you telling me about your birthday? Did you die on a cross for anybody or whatever? What was so good about your birthday?" I said, "Did you know that grandmama gonna have a birthday in a couple of weeks?" See, you know, so all that, you know, when I was telling you about ministers or mothers of ministers and stuff like, all that go along with, you know, teaching children not to beg. That begging is just terrible. And then I'm going to give you another video because I try to keep them short now. But if you have a doctor to come up to you and ask you to do another video on the children behavior and asking them, it's gotten where the teachers don't even want to teach anymore. They rather stay home, bake cakes, and sell on the internet. And I'm going to come and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to come and tell you why. Because remember I told you I worked in the school system with this, okay? And I worked with the children. I wanted to, you know, not, discipline them in a nice way, not to offend, but to bring things to their little knowledge where they could understand, like saying things out of line or talking to me just like I was one of them, when I would have to straighten them and say, I got a grandchild your age or whatever like that. You know, let them know that you're talking to your grandmother. You know, I would ask them sometime, would you talk to your grandmother like that? Oh, no. I said, well, you talking to me like that? You know, so I would have to let them know. Oh, and these teachers, I feel sorry for them. And then there's some of them, heard one of them talking about the bad kids and all that. I'm not going to be calling about children bad, but she didn't know she was had to speak on her phone. She ain't cut off. If you're going to talk about somebody's children, do it in private, honey. Do not go on the YouTube or somewhere with and forgot to She forgot to cut off the thing. And she was saying that they lost their babysitters. That's what she was saying. I'm going to tell you, she said they lost their babysitters, and that's what it's all about. We're just babysitters. That's how they feeling. And if you only knew or see what I see in them schools and them children, some are act like they 30 years old. Yes, honey. And the teachers have to be with. I didn't have to be with her just like I told you, 3 hours a day. You know, just to keep them. Imagine teaching them in the classroom. So, honey, we got work to do. We can't put it all, blame that on the teachers and fire them because they're speaking the truth. Yeah, what you call something bad, good, and something good, bad? I don't know. These are the new days. You might. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. And to my subscribers, thank you for being so diligent and being right on with the videos. And Cynthia, I love you for always being there commenting. And I don't care what I do. There you are. And I called out Cynthia because she's always there. It's one of my subscribers. I've not seen her yet. Face. Wait, you just hold on, Cynthia, till we get 2,000 subscribers, and then I can go live. And I believe you can come on if I'm still on this side of journey. I'm getting on this. Let's pray that I stay here a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to close right now, and you keep me in prayer, and I will keep you all in prayer. And to my subscribers, I thank you so much for being, for subscribing, and I pray and hope that if you're listening to me right now, you will like this video. Press the thumbs up button and like, maintenance. Don't forget maintenance for your body. If you're doing it for your car and your house and all of that, don't forget about you. Yeah, and pay attention to warning signs and all that kind of stuff. Don't let nobody kill you. Yeah, I love you so much, my YouTube subscribers, and I thank you so much if you're not and you just stop by to listen at Joanna Talk today. My space in your place. Yeah, so I'm going to let you go, and y'all have a blessed day and enjoy your evening, okay? And so I'll come back with you with another story. We're going to try to help these young mothers. So y'all send me some comments or some suggestions to help the young mothers out. Then I got to do another video on should you go back, if you're young, should you give your abusive partner another chance if you've given him maybe a lot, even almost to a deadly chance, and he might be incarcerated? Should you give him a chance when he get out? Comment me, my subscribers. Let me know, and we're gonna research this stuff because we want to help people that's coming in asking me questions. I never want to lead nobody wrong directions. I can only tell you about me, what happened to me, and stuff like that. So I love you all. God bless you, and I'll be with you shortly if it's God's will. You know that. And look, the sun is out now. The snow is going away. And so we're going to be outside, hopefully. Okay. Bye-bye, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.